What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the HasanDaily broadcast coming to you live from sunny but also terrible air quality Washington, D.C., the belly of the beast, the heart of the United States of America, the heart of the empire. We are a nation in disarray, folks. We are a nation in crisis. Hassan, you've been saying anti-black dog whistles this entire election cycle. What is that? What's the anti-black dog whistle?
Very careful when you say establishment.
Right.
Because what so many people mean, and what Bernie Sanders absolutely means, is black people.
Yeah, no, that's not. That's crazy. No, I think it just means establishment Democrats. Like I think that's not. I don't know how to respond to that. I feel like that was concocted. That was a take that was concocted in 2016 in a laboratory to one-shot me. I feel like they came up with that take in a lab to just destroy me. You know what I mean? I encountered that take for the first time and it bricks me immediately, leaves me broken in a state of disrepair. What the fuck is that, bro? I want to take a controversial stance here and say I kind of celebrate, dare I say, cherish the unique and creative ways in which the right wing of the Democratic Party are fighting against this left flank. You got to appreciate it, because they're cooking up some takes that I think most people would be far too embarrassed to say out loud.
Very careful when you say establishment.
Right.
Because what so many people mean, and what Bernie Sanders absolutely means, is black people.
So I've been meaning to talk about this for like a week and some change now, but I want to talk about the whole Democratic influencers saying, like, tweeting or putting on threads, whatever, that using the establishment term and how, like, the DSA has been using establishment is really a placeholder for the N-word. And you know who was up under them comments? Jasmine Crockett. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
Yeah, that's what we mean when we say Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are the establishment. It's crazy that they caught on. I can't believe it. The secret's out, I guess. It's over.
The reason why I have such issue with a lot of the Democratic politicians, specifically the black ones, is because they know what they're doing. They're leasing out our identity, our radical tradition, our revolutionary history. They know, they read the books, they went to HBCUs, they were the first to do this or accomplish that, they were the only black woman in their job or whatever the fuck. They know what it is. But instead of using that position to turn back to community and hype up the things that are really central to our existence in terms of black people and pushing us forward and making sure our community is straight, making sure we have the programs we need, making sure that we are all being lifted up, they then turn that inward to enrich themselves and then market that back to you as if that's progress.
Yeah, I mean, the other side of this argument is, yes, literally, it implies that, like, you know, Nancy Pelosi is now officially black. Like, establishment Democrats are black, regardless of the fact that they're not. It's just crazy. Also, saying this about DSA is really funny because, like, there's like one white guy in the entire country that's running. There's literally one white man. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we talking about? It's so strange. There are very few white men running on the DSA platform, DSA affiliated, or even like close to our politics in general, right? It's mostly black and brown women. So even on that front, it doesn't make sense. Not that it matters. What matters are the policies. I find it very odd, this argument. I mean, I'm glad she's ripping it apart.
You have to be very careful when you say establishment.
Right.
Because what so many people mean, and what Bernie Sanders absolutely means, is black people. Right. Especially from somebody who ran in two presidential primaries, because presidential primaries are often decided by black voters in the South. So when he talks about, you know, the establishment, whatever, he's not talking about Debbie.
Right.
Wasserman Schultz.
What? Why wouldn't anybody be talking about Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who literally carpetbagged into a black district in Florida? Like, these people are living on a different timeline, right? I mean, I had Elijah Manley on, Florida 20, a district that Debbie Wasserman Schultz carpetbagged into. She absolutely is an establishment Democrat. What the fuck are you saying? God, these fucking grifters, man. They're not even trying hard. Yeah, also, Bernie ran against Joe Biden, who's the other contender, the establishment contender, and Hillary Rodham Clinton. Reminded that the under the desk person was a Romney voter and is non-binary. Non-Bidenery. I thought that person was chill. Why are they agreeing with this nonsense? It don't make no dang sense.
Even Hassan Piker, people on the far left of the party will start talking about, like, well, maybe black people have too much power in the party. Maybe black people.
When have I ever said that? Literally, when have I ever said that? That's crazy. I hope get multiple black people elected in the primaries so far. No white people so far. Not one. You know what I mean? Not a single dang white person. I guess maybe one DEI white guy in the New York City DSA slate. And he's Jewish and he's gay. But that's it. Wait, their face is like, what?
Hassan Piker, people on the far left of the party will start talking about, like, well, maybe black people have too much power in the party. Maybe black people have.
They're like, who the fuck is Amanda Nelson? I have no idea.
I've seen people on TikTok say that.
What? You've seen people on TikTok say that I think black people have too much power? That's crazy. What if people on TikTok were like saying you're a pedophile? Would that make it the case? You know what I mean? If I ran around saying stuff like that, that'd be an insane thing to just claim, right? Oh, I've seen people on TikTok say that. The fuck? I can't believe she just says my source, TikTok.
Shut up.
And
because when black voters have more power in the party and more power in politics in general, that is the boat that raises all ships, because they vote for progressive policies that benefit their communities and therefore everyone else. Bernie is trying, and his friends are trying to come at it from the.
What is this angle that like Bernie Sanders' policies are just not progressive? Is that what the argument is? And the reason for it is because black people in the primaries didn't vote for Bernie? Is that this is such a strange argument to make. We've moved beyond standpoint epistemology. Also, this is such a nasty way to do commentary. What a cynical application. What a cynical application of just the most hollowed out version of shallow identity politics. For the longest time, black revolutionaries, black radicals, and the entire civil rights struggle was determined to be communist, right? By right-wingers, by Republicans, by racists, by white supremacists. That was the whole meta. Now you got liberals claiming every black person is monolithic in their approach to politics, and they're all invested in neoliberalism. But by virtue of black people voting for establishment Democrats, that means establishment Democrats are the most progressive. It's just like so strange. How about people are not monolithic? How about there's definitely a generational divide with voter participation in every demographic, and certainly in the black community as well. The civil rights movement wasn't made out to be communist. It was just communist. I mean, there were different elements in it. You know, obviously the biggest advocates were primarily socialists, communists, and the like. Yes, the Black Panther Party. MLK was a socialist. Not that it matters. I mean, it's just such a strange thing.
The other direction, that my white working class populism will raise the ship of civil rights in this country. And that is fucking delusional. It's delusional. That has never worked. That's the same shit Woodrow Wilson said. And look what we got, the resurgence of the Klan.
There's no way she believes this, right? She's just getting paid for it, right? A white woman quote tweeting a black woman saying this is peak Twitter. Yeah. Audrey saying they're rat fucking Dr. Abdul El Sayed the way they rat fucked Bernie Sanders 10 years ago. Here, rat fucking refers to allowing black people to vote. It's awesome. So what's going to happen eventually? Like, the more black voters move in the direction of the insurgent left flank, as we've seen already, at that point, what is the establishment narrative going to be? Your blackness or your status as a Jewish person is not determined by how comfortable or uncomfortable you make the establishment. No one in the real world behaves like this. It's just these weird, centrist, candidate-backed, campaign-backed, DNC-backed losers that try to present a stupid argument like this. It's ridiculous. Focus on the policies first and foremost. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's actually crazy. I mean, this stuff is so silly. It's so stupid. I don't think any real person believes this shit.
And we're still having these conversations. And instead of those Democratic influencers talking about the issues with the candidates, they'd rather stand them and create these whole weird ass dichotomies around race. And instead of trying to support what the people actually need and what the people actually want. Right? It is a popular position to abolish ICE. It is an extremely popular position to stop funding the war, Israel and their, bloodlust. That is an extremely popular position in the United States right now, current to this day. At this point, after what we've all seen on our phones for the past 3 years in terms of what's going on in Palestine and what's been going on for the past 80 years, it is absolutely batshit crazy for anyone in the Democratic establishment to be campaigning on anything related to Israel and anything less than abolishing ICE. Do you see what I'm saying?
The establishment equals the N-word was started by a white woman. Oh my God. It was that Susan Lambert lady. It sure seems like many people on the far left throw the term establishment around when they'd rather be using the N-word instead. There is white supremacy embedded in thinking establishment could ever compare to the history and gravity of being called the N-word. Establishment isn't a slur, it's just an adjective to Democrat. Stop entertaining these goofy white people and establishment Democrat leaders who behave like this. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett applauded this take, by the way. Oh my God. I mean, this kind of stuff is so stupid and it's so silly. It's so strange. It's so frustrating. I don't really know how to deal with it anymore, you know?
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name. We are Charlie Kirk. His courage on. Together unbroken. We'll make heaven known.